So, Google just dropped its next-generation AI, Gemini 3, and honestly, it's a massive leap forward. Today, we're going to dive into not just its crazy, record-breaking performance, but how it's about to fundamentally change the way we learn, create, and even plan our lives. Let's get right into it.
You know, this quote from Google's CEO Sundar Pichai just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures what's happening. AI's moving beyond just crunching data. It's starting to get nuance, context, and what you're really trying to do. This whole idea of an AI that can read the room, that's the key to everything we're about to talk about.
And here it is. Google is straight up calling this a new era of intelligence. Gemini 3 is being positioned as their most intelligent, most capable model ever. And the goal? It's pretty ambitious, to bring all of its past abilities together into one powerhouse that helps you bring literally any idea you have to life.
Okay, so to really get what makes Gemini 3 so special, you got to understand two key ideas. First, it's multimodal. That just means it doesn't just read text. It sees images, watches video, hears audio, and understands code all at the same time. And second, it's agentic. That's a fancy way of saying it doesn't just think, it can actually do stuff for you. It takes action.
All right, so those are some big claims, right? But what about the proof? Let's take a look at the actual numbers and see how Gemini 3 stacks up on some of the toughest AI tests on the planet.
And wow, this table really lays it all out. Gemini 3 Pro isn't just a little bit better, it's setting brand new records across the board. I mean, look at GPQA Diamond. That's a test full of graduate-level, PhD-type questions, and it's scoring almost 92%. Then you've got its ability to understand different kinds of media and act as a coding agent. It's just a beast.
This chart just drives the point home perfectly. The LMArena leaderboard is basically a big competition for AI models, and their performance is measured with an LO score, kind of like in chess. Gemini 3 Pro hitting 1501 isn't just an improvement, it's a huge jump that sets a totally new bar for everyone else.
But hold on, because believe it or not, Gemini 3 Pro, well, that's just the beginning. Google has an even more powerful gear for this thing.
It's called Deep Think. You can think of it like a turbo mode, an enhanced reasoning setting that's really the top tier of Gemini's intelligence. Google built this specifically to tackle those incredibly complex, layered problems that really push the limits of what an AI can even do. And the results are just wow. Deep Think can do things that were basically out of reach before. That score on ARC-AGI-2 is a really big deal. That test is designed to see if an AI has real general intelligence by throwing abstract reasoning puzzles at it that it's never seen. Solving almost half of them, that is a major, major breakthrough. Okay, so benchmarks are cool and all, but what does all this power actually mean for you and me? How does it translate into the real world?
Well, Google has broken it down into 3 core abilities.
These are the 3 pillars: learn, build, and plan. This is how Google is framing this new power, and it really shows how Gemini 3 goes from being this theoretical powerhouse to a partner you can use every single day. Let's break down what each of these really means.
First up, learn anything. This gets a massive upgrade. We're talking about being able to snap a photo of your grandmother's old handwritten recipe card, and Gemini can read her handwriting and translate it for you. Or you could give it a long video lecture, and bam, it spits out a set of interactive flashcards. This is that multimodal power in action, making learning way more personal and useful.
Now, for anyone who codes, this is an absolute game changer. There's this cool concept called vibe coding, where you can just describe the feeling or the style of an app you want, and Gemini 3 can actually translate that vague idea into working code. It's a huge shift from giving exact, rigid instructions to just collaborating with a creative partner.
This slide just nails the fundamental shift we're talking about. We are moving away from AI being just another tool in your workflow. Now, the AI can become an autonomous agent, an active partner that can plan, code, and run complex software tasks all by itself, from start to finish. And the plan anything part, this is where things start to feel a little like science fiction. And we're not just talking about setting a reminder on your phone here. This is about giving the AI a complex goal, like organize my messy inbox, or find and book a good local plumber. And it actually handles all the steps for you, from the research all the way to the final confirmation. This vending machine test is a fantastic way to see this in action. The simulation basically tests an AI's ability to run a business for a whole year. And as you can see, Gemini 3's skill at planning ahead and making consistently smart decisions leads to way better results.
In this case, literally higher profits. So at this point, you're probably thinking, okay, this is amazing. How do I get my hands on it? Good question. Let's break down where you can find Gemini 3 right now.
So Google is rolling this out pretty much everywhere in its ecosystem. It's coming to the main Gemini app for all of us, with some extra powerful features for Pro and Ultra subscribers. And for developers and big companies, it's being plugged into platforms like the Gemini API, AI Studio, and Vertex AI. Yeah, as for that super powerful deep think mode, Google's playing it smart and taking a cautious approach. They're making it available to Ultra subscribers, but only after it goes through another round of tough safety checks. It's a pretty clear signal that, with great power comes great responsibility. All right, let's zoom out for a second. What's the big picture takeaway here? What does the launch of Gemini 3 really mean for all of us? Here it is, the most important thing to remember. Our whole relationship with technology is changing. AI is evolving from a passive tool that we tell what to do into an active partner that can collaborate with us, anticipate our needs, and handle complex jobs on its own. It's not just a better tool, it's a whole new kind of collaborator. And that brings us full circle, right back to that opening idea. The speed of this progress is just staggering. If this is the jump we've made in just 2 years, going from just reading words to truly understanding the room, it leaves us with one massive, exciting question. What on earth comes next?